Hi, and welcome back to another Amazon selling video. If you're new to my channel, my name is Nikki Kirk, and I've been selling on Amazon doing retail arbitrage for 6 years now. This will be my 6th Q4, and I'm super excited to get started. So I'm out here in Oklahoma on my property, and I guess I'm just doing a tour of the different ponds. So this is the front pond, which we call cow pond because there used to be cows here and they were always in it. But anyways, so it's a little dry right now, but hopefully it fills back up soon because it looks really pretty. I'm literally sitting in the guest RV spot. It will be up on Hip Camp soon. If you want to stay in an RV, you have to have an RV. So anyways, it's here. And there's cows across the street, which are probably going to make an appearance in this video, but we'll see how good my software is if it removes them or not. Alright, so if you like this video, please do me a favor and subscribe to my channel if you are not already. It is free for you and it means a lot for me, so thank you so much. I am getting ever closer to 50,000 subscribers and I'll be doing big giveaway when that happens, so thank you so much for subscribing and hopefully you win something when we hit that 50,000 mark. While we're talking YouTube real quick, I want to give a shout out to my August super thanks. So I think on every video there's a way to give super thanks, which is like just a small thank you to me for the video. It means a lot to me. So thank you so much to my August super thanks, Jennifer Witten and Chuck Everett. In today's video, we are continuing our Q4 prep series here, and we're going to go over the 10 mistakes to avoid during Q4. They are mistakes that I have made and other sellers have made, so hopefully they can help you not make those mistakes if this is your first or second Q4. I actually created a new playlist, so it's Q4 2022. It is right on my channel, and all of my Q4 prep series are in there, so if you missed any of them, you can go right back there and check it out. Also, today is super exciting because it is officially my Q4 Bolo Plus coaching group is open. It is now open for you to join for a limited time only. There'll be a limited amount of sellers in there and then it's going to close. So if you want to join it, here's what it is. It is 16 weeks of bolos. And included in that, we'll have 7 live hangouts, 2 holiday parties. I am super excited because who doesn't love a holiday party where you're literally at home and you could just leave whenever you want to. So I'm excited for those. We'll be going over different aspects of how to prep for Q4 in the very beginning, as well as there's a lot of different dates that come up throughout Q4 that you want to be aware of and know what to do and what to look for and all that. So we're going to cover it all. And of course, awesome bolos. Now, you might have heard me talk about this before, but last Q4, everyone in the group was on the hunt for that hot product, and we are FBMing it, and we were FBMing it fast. We were all making crazy profits, and it was super exciting. Everyone's sharing their screenshots of how much money they made that day. So I sold myself in 48 hours. I FBM'd these products and made over $1,400 profit. That's profit after I paid to ship the items, profit after I paid for the items' cost of goods, right? That's pure profit that I made in 48 hours. So I'm really excited to see what we're all hunting and chasing this year. I've already got one item that I'm pretty sure is already hot. So I'm excited for the group to officially be open and we can start sharing. Q4 is the most exciting time of the year, so hopefully I see you in the group. If not, I will still be doing videos right here on YouTube. Alright, so let's jump into the 10 mistakes to avoid during Q4. Mistake number 1, if this is the only one you watch in this video, it's a big one. It's not sending in enough inventory. Almost every new seller, including myself, your first Q4, you're probably going to make this mistake. Maybe because you don't have the capital. I'm not sure if you're just not new or you just don't know, right? You don't know what you don't know. So here is a tip. Everything sells during Q4. Everything. People are just spending money left and right. And so everything is selling. If you have your store full of inventory as much as you possibly can, it will sell. So it's a really exciting time, but every seller's regret from their first Q4, including myself, is simply not having enough inventory. So a lot of sellers start running out if they didn't properly plan for it. In late November, early December, you'll start running out of inventory. And at that point, you can FBM, you can go buy more and FBM it, but it's too late to FBA. And so if you're only doing FBA, you're kind of done for the year because you can send stuff in and hope that it'll sell and stuff will sell into January. January is just as good as December and November. However, you're missing out on that last time of the year and the hot selling season. So plan to have as much inventory as you possibly can, because that is the number one mistake to avoid, is running low on inventory. Keep that steady flow of inventory going into Amazon as much as you can all Q4 and into January, and you will have a really great sales season for your Q4. Mistake number 2 is simply running out of supplies. Okay, you guys, here's the story. This just happened in August. So I ordered a bunch of poly bags because I was running low on poly bags. If you follow my Instagram, I had this massive, like $15,000, or no, it was $16,000 that I spent in one day sourcing. And it was like $15,000 potential profit. And it was a lot of little things. And I needed those dang poly bags. And Amazon lost the order, or UPS, or someone lost the order. So it took 2 weeks to get my poly bags from Amazon. I had to wait for it to be like officially lost. Then I got a refund. Now I didn't have to necessarily wait. I thought I had enough poly bags. Turns out I was 3 little poly bags short. But you don't want that to happen during Q4. Now there's a lot of sources for poly bags, and I had the luxury that I was like, oh, I can just put them in, the 8x10 instead of the 6x9 poly bag. I had all my other supplies. That was the only one I was running short on, but you don't want to run short on supplies during Q4, so stock up now. If you need to go and get a bunch of boxes from Uline or from Lowe's, Walmart, wherever you get your boxes, do it now. If you're going to FBM, get that supply now. Get, as soon as you buy the product that you're going to list FBM, get the shipping box also while you're in store or on your trip that day. Nothing is worse than selling something and then running around, and if that Walmart doesn't happen to have padded envelopes, because it happens all the time, and you have to go to the next city over or whatever it is, you don't want to run out of supplies. So stock up on supplies now. If that means ordering from the post office, their free priority supplies, do that. Free padded envelopes, free flat rate boxes. Get your supplies in order now. Order more than you think you might need, because all your supplies and tools are a tax write-off. So if you join the Q4 group, that's a tool for your business, a tax write-off. If you need to get UNGATED, all those things are tax write-offs, including your supplies. So you might as well stock up now. I always stock up at the end of the year anyways. So mistake number 2, running out of supplies. All right, Q4 mistake number 3, going too deep on a product. So last year, Gabby's dollhouse was really hot, and those items, those big dollhouses, I think they were about $70, $69 or something at Walmart, and they were selling for like $130. So they were a hot product. However, they might have actually been selling for more. However, Amazon price capped it. They price capped it. I want to say it was probably in October or November. They price capped it. So if you were sitting on all of those in the warehouse, you were probably making like $10 instead of the, whatever profit you wanted. I didn't actually sell one. Or no, I did sell one. I can't remember what the profit was. Anyways, you were probably not making the profit that you thought. And, $70 is kind of a lot for a product. And if you went deep on it and you got like 10 or 20, however many you happen to find, because it was a hot product, you're going to buy them all, right? If you went deep on that, you were kind of screwed, because now there's a price cap on it, and anything can happen. Alternatively, what could happen is if you go deep on a product, you think it's a secret product, no one knows about it, it's awesome product, and then suddenly they show up all over at Walmart's, and now all these sellers are going down, 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 and you're again losing profit. Or even worse, the item doesn't sell. You thought it was going to be great and it doesn't sell, and now you're sitting on it. So don't go deep on one product. That's why we say go wide, meaning a lot of different products instead of deep on one product, to where if that one product kind of fails, you have tied up a lot of your money and resources in that product. So go wide and not deep this Q4. Right in hand with that mistake is mistake number 4. Don't take risks and tie up your capital. If you are in your first or second Q4 and you have limited funds, or if you're in your 5th Q4 and you have limited funds, don't take needless risks in tying up your capital. So while you might think an item is going to be hot, that doesn't mean that it actually is. So I don't really take any risks. Now, when I'm out scanning and I'm looking at the ranks, if it's a Christmas item and the rank is, let's say it's a home item, we're in September. I know everyone celebrates faster and faster now, or sooner, whatever that. Anyways, I know that happens now, but still, if it's like 500,000 in home, that is a good risk, because I know that it's already selling at that. It's just going to get better as Christmas approaches. However, if it's $1 million something in home, I'm just going to scan it the next time I see it. I'm not going to take that risk and tie up my money right now. A lot of people ask if they should buy toys now and hold them. Toys sell year round. I'm not gonna say that anymore. I have some Legos that will eventually stop being made and I'm storing them, and next year I'm gonna sell them. Other than that, because I have the capital, I don't buy stuff and hope to sell it. Like, I'm not buying stuff right now and holding it for Q4, even though Q4 is already here. I'm not buying it and holding it for like December or November. No, I'm just sending it in now, because if I send it in now, sell it now, I'm gonna flip it, take that money and profit, go buy more stuff, and it's just gonna snowball into more profit. So don't take any needless risks. Use all the tools like Keepa. If you're in any of my groups, you can ask. You don't have to tell the product, but you can say, hey, this is what's going on. Would you risk it? And get other sellers' feedback, because it's not just me. Everyone has different ways of selling. So it's always great to be in a positive community and get that feedback from other sellers. As far as what ranks are good during Q4, I have my Q4 retail arbitrage guide, which will tell you like what ranks I am comfortable with. And my comfortable ranks mean that they are going to sell for sure, like they will sell. And then for Q4 ranks, which you can go a lot higher in ranks for Q4. So that is part of my Q4 guide, as well as so many other things like when's the best sells, what to look for, what actually I have sold in the past. I have it all in the guide. And it's really like, if you're new to retail arbitrage, it's really like a little cheat sheet to retail arbitrage overall, but specifically for Q4. So it's a really valuable guide. I edit it every year to update, so it's been updated for 2022. The link is below if you want to check it out. But anyways, so there's ranks that you can go up higher, but again, you don't want to go into the millions unless, of course, it's books. Mistake number 5 is sending in FBA products too late. Again, I break this all down in the Q4 guide, but you don't want to send any products. Like, if you're going to sell it for Thanksgiving, it needs to be there by a certain date, right? This is FBA. It takes a while. You have to pack it up. You have to ship it. UPS has to get it to them. Amazon has to check it in. And the warehouses get backed up. So don't send holiday-specific stuff too late. You really are going to have to FBM that stuff as the holidays get closer. Mistake number 6 is miscalculating how much it's going to cost to ship if you're doing FBM. And believe me, if you've not heard me before, you're going to want to do FBM this Q4, but you want to make sure that you are calculating the shipping costs correctly, or you might lose money on your FBM orders. So I have a video coming out next week, which is like a deep dive into shipping templates and all of that on FBM. I have some other FBM videos as well on my channel, but basically, you don't want to miscalculate that shipping cost, because you're going to end up losing money or like breaking even, and you're not working to break even, right? I always say if it's lightweight, under a pound, fits in a padded envelope, you're probably going to pay at the very most for first class USPS, you're going to pay $6, but you'll probably end up paying, like, if it's like really, really light, it'll probably be like $3.50 or $4. If it's a little bit more towards a pound, it might be $5. But it's really like, if you do $6, if you buffer in that amount into your profit calculation, then you are comfortable that you are going to make a profit. And always just list one. Only list one if you are uncomfortable with, or you don't know what it's going to cost. Just list one, so that way, if you sell it and lose money, you didn't sell 10. Okay, mistake number 7. This is another big one, okay? Don't panic drop your prices. Like I said, January is just as good as December and November. So you don't have to panic drop your price because Christmas is getting close. People are going to still buy it. People have parties all the time. They have their different friends' parties and families' parties that are after Christmas. There's other things out there that people are still going to be buying for. People are going to be using their gift cards. And so there's no reason to panic drop your price. And you will see people who didn't watch this video panic dropping their prices. So don't match them. Let them sell out, because I promise that price is going to come back up if it's a hot item. And so you don't have to panic drop and lose out on money. Your items will sell into January. Mistake number 8, not using your sales tax exempt form, okay? Why not get the most profit you possibly can out of an item? Not only that, if it's an expensive item, not having to pay sales tax on it can really help you, like, that item be profitable for you, whereas if you had to pay sales tax, maybe it wouldn't be as profitable and you would have just passed on it. So you can use your sales tax pretty much anywhere. Like, you should always ask. And people do use them at Target, but that's the only place that I don't use it. I ask at Ross. I've not had any Rosses take it, but some do. So it never hurts to ask. Just ask if you can use your sales tax exempt at checkout and you are good to go. So definitely, if you have one, use it. If you don't have one, you can get it from your state's Department of Revenue or Secretary of State, like one of those places. Just Google your state plus sales tax and you can get to that form. Mistake number 9 is not knowing your numbers. So if you are thinking this product is profitable, but you're not taking into account the supplies it's going to cost, how much it's going to cost to ship to Amazon, your time, because your time is valuable and worth something. So if something is like gonna make $1, and is that really worth your time? I mean, maybe it is for you. I don't know. But for me, I always stick to my $5 minimum profit at 50% ROI. But if you don't know your numbers, like same hand in hand with that FBM, if you're not totally sure that this item is making money with the shipping, then wait to get home and figure out how much it's going to cost to ship before you list it. Like, knowing your numbers is so important for any business owner, and so many business owners do not understand them. So while you think you might be making money, you actually might be losing money or cutting even, and you don't want to do that in your business. So knowing your true profit numbers, like how much profit is this item going to make me, calculating in your time, money, like if you had to go drive somewhere and gas is expensive for you, or you just don't have the time and it's not worth it. Like, there's so much FOMO that is going to go around during Q4 when you see everyone outsourcing and selling. And if you can't, for whatever reason, you're going to get serious FOMO. But you have to understand your numbers and your value on your time. So maybe it just isn't there for you. Whatever the reason is for your business, you have to know your numbers. Nothing is worse than thinking something's selling and that you're making money and you're actually not. Like, you might be like, oh yeah, this item's selling, but you forgot that you kind of dropped it $2 and now you had $5 and now you're only making $3. And is it worth it to keep replanning it? I don't know. That's up to you, and you know your numbers. Now, I absolutely love Sellerboard. I talk about it all the time. Not only is it an inexpensive tool, but it's 2 months free if you've never used it before. So they gave me a code. It will be linked below. But I love it because right there on your phone, you can see what you've sold and the profit for that item. It also forecasts like where you're at this month and where they think you're going to be, what you did last month, what you might do next month. It's a really awesome tool. I seriously enjoy it because I love to be able to easily see right on my phone what's selling that day, what's selling that month, and just filtering around to see how I did. You've probably seen in my videos, I always am sharing earlier this screenshot of that FBM profit. That was Sellerboard. So I highly recommend Sellerboard if you just want an easy way to know your numbers like that right on your cell phone. Okay, mistake number 10. It goes hand in hand with everything I'm talking about. Not having enough capital. It's really number 1 and number 10. I like bookended that. So not having enough capital is really going to hinder how much inventory you can send in. So if at all possible, make sure that you are rolling over all your profits of your business into more inventory throughout the rest of the year. And come January, you can pull out all those profits that you made from your hard work during Q4. But you want to have enough capital now to have as much inventory as you can now. So that means not taking those risks, right, on bad buys that may or may not pan out. That means flipping your inventory now instead of waiting and holding. All of these different 10 mistakes all come into number 10, which is having enough capital. So if you haven't already, plan out how much capital you have, how you can increase it, if at all possible, responsibly. But you want to have as much capital as you possibly can because things are going to move super fast. If they have not started already, they are about to in the next couple weeks. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you want my help getting started selling on Amazon, I have the beginner FBA course. If you want to join the Bolo group, the Q4 Bolo group plus coaching, it is now open. Doors close October 1st. So definitely check it out and see if you want to join. I look forward to hanging out with you there. We have the live hangouts where we all get to chat. I learn something new every time. It's really such a great time. But thank you guys so much for watching. I will be back here for another Amazon selling video.